Hi, Olga here, and today I'll go for a very traditional card design. Let's start with a memory box stencil called Tula. It works great with any kind of oval, big or small. I'm building up an embossing sandwich and run it through my die cutting machine, as memory box stencils also work like embossing plate. Now I'm trimming the panel, leaving 1/16 of an inch border all around the edges. Next, I am die cutting the claudette oval frame of a gold mirror cardstock. And I'm doing the same with the claudette frame. Both dies are by Poppystamps. Now I'm cutting the claudette frame in 4 and also rounding all the corners of a stenciled panel, as well as the gold mat. I'm using 1/8 of an inch corner rounder. I'm assembling the panel using some double-sided tape and attaching the frame pieces so that only the swirls are going to be visible. Next, I'm die cutting the Poppystamps woodland frame. I will only be using the central oval and keep the frame itself for another project. Now I'm using the Hope and Thanks stamp set. This one's also by Poppy. I'm building up my sentiment and emboss it in gold. I'm assembling the oval. Notice that I've cut 2 indentations to match the pattern of the frame. I have just used my scissors for this. With some foam squares, I'm adhering it to the stenciled panel. Now to the fun part. Using a hot glue, I'm attaching a thin ribbon to the panel, arranging it in folds. Do the same on the other side, making sure it's symmetrical. Next step is adhering decorative flowers, putting the largest one in the center and arranging smaller ones on both sides, again minding the symmetry. Using a quilling comb, I'm making a small bow and then adhering it at the bottom of the claudette oval frame. As the card base is pretty big, I'm making a hinge and then rounding all the corners. I'm assembling a large panel and mounting it on a card base with some foam tape. And doing the same with a stenciled panel. As this is not a standard size card, I'm giving all the precise measurements in case you want to reproduce this design. Now I'm adhering to larger pearls in the center and some smaller ones at the end of each swirl of the embossed pattern. I've decided to add some stamens, and I'm curling them around the stylus tip and then cutting them in two. I'm adhering the stamens one by one to complete the flower arrangement. Finally, I'm adding more stamens at the top as well as 3 more flowers. And the card is finished. Thank you so much for watching, and if you would like to see more tutorials, please make sure to subscribe. See you next week. Bye bye.